Welcome to the episode of Bleav in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie Mughelli, co-host Michael Turner. Mike, the draft is wrapping up, and it's
the combine, not the draft.
Sorry, the combine's wrapping up. I'm old, man. Combine's wrapping up, and it's interesting how now we're used to it being on TV. But back when me and you played, back when we did our combine, it was not on TV. But now we can watch everyone doing great, guys doing bad, real-time reactions. And it's interesting because the Falcons are there in a big way because we got to make a lot of decisions in free agency. Some gaps will fill in the draft. Some gaps are going to fill with free agency, I guess, with trades or picking up guys who are open. But there's a lot of decisions to be made, and I just hope we make the right one. We talked about it before. This is one of the most pivotal offseasons in Falcons history because getting a new regime – but not having the tools to play with, not having the actual pieces that can help us win, at least win right now, that's going to be key. So what are your thoughts on the draft, the free agency, like a lot of moving parts? What do the Falcons need to do to get better?
Well, we only got 5 picks coming into this draft, so it's going to be kind of hard to put pressure on this new regime to make something happen out of 5 picks and you don't have a first.
Yeah.
And the first that we traded last year is kind of in a legal situation right now. So it's like, I don't think they're coming in this draft thinking like they're gonna make some game changing moves or franchise shaking moves because we're kind of hamstrung right now.
Yeah,
I'm saying, what can we do? The good thing is we kind of like in the middle of the pack of free agency. We got some cap money there, so we can pick up the pieces. I think through free agency now. I mean, like. Just little pieces here and there. We got a nice foundation as a team wise, but we do have some questions. We franchise tagged Kyle Pitts. Yeah, so that's kind of easy for us. So we made a decision there, and that was like what we do with Moody and another receiver piece. Like replacing Ray McLeod. Definitely that receiver room is kind of thin right now. I think we need to address that and. College football, man, you can find a receiver. It's like running back. You can find a receiver anywhere. So I don't think we need to find somebody special because we got Drake already. We just need somebody compliment to him. So I don't know how they're approaching the draft. Maybe they're trying to trade for picks. We don't know. We don't know what Ian Cunningham's doing right now. He loves picks. He loves picks.
Yeah. No, he was talking about how he's not too worried about the 5 picks. He said when he was with other situations, he started out with a handful of picks and ended up with a whole bunch more. So he's a wizard in that aspect. He'll find a way to get some more picks. Just that, what do we got to give up to get there? I am curious to see how Ian Cunningham handles several situations. But we talked about the Caden Ellis situation. He was at the draft being real coy, saying, hey, we love him back, but, we can't break the bank for him. And not just being coy, he's absolutely right because we have so many needs. Defensive tackle, people think that we might have to draft a defensive tackle because David Onyemata may not be back. We talked about with Tyler Algier, they're not getting a running back because we can get one of those anywhere, anytime after Bijan. Right. But you mentioned wide receiver 3 is big. Defensive tackle is big. Also offensive line. Ryan Newsel, our current center, his cap hit is around, well, they move off, they save around $2.18 million. And that's another thing. It irritates me how we get penalized as we get older for being old. If we're still playing and we're old, that's not our fault. We can't stop time. But a lot of the articles are saying, oh, this guy's that cap hit, and Darnell Mooney's this cap hit. You guys gave us a contract. You structured it that way. Like, I'm just playing the game I'm supposed to play and doing it at a high level. Why am I being penalized for your contract and your cap hit? But anyways, they're thinking about moving off of Ryan Newsel, and they're looking at Sergeant Slaughter's son, Jake Slaughter. Not sure if he's Sergeant Slaughter's son for real, but Jake Slaughter, cool name. They spent some time with them. His day 2 projection, he's more athletic. Could be a great pick, but who knows? We have a solid O-line. I love Jake Matthew, Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry, Matthew Bergeron, but Matthews is 34, McGarry's 31, and that's old. I retired at 30.
Yeah, Matthews 34. Jeez,
right?
Man, time flies.
Right?
Man.
Give me Christmas. You got to get up there. So I can understand not just getting a center, but probably getting a tackle, because the last thing you want is one of those guys, God forbid, goes down, and you got someone where the talent level drops off so much that if it's Michael Penix, and we'll see how mobile he is when he gets back, or there's someone else. You just want to be able to protect your blind side, whatever side it is, right-handed, left-handed quarterback. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Ian does. I'm excited to see what Matt Ryan does. I'm excited to see what they do on all these pieces, because there's so many moving parts and mix and match, draft, free agency. I just want to see what this new group of rock stars, because Arthur Blank brought them in because they're supposed to be the best of the best, or the best that we had our availability to or access to. I want to see what they put together.
Yeah, I forgot about the Matt Ryan aspect of this. This is first.
Yeah, this is Matt's first go around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how we approach this offseason, man, because all the talk is about the quarterback. Now it's all this talk about moving off Michael Penix.
There's a lot of talk about moving off Michael Penix.
Yeah, so it's over. Like, geez, y'all not even getting the guy a chance to come back. He's
already done. We've already shipped him off. Right. They are just moving on from it. I hope he does not. I know there was a while back where he wrote a letter to us because he was reading the comments way too much. Talked about how he's ready to go in day one. And there's a tight line where you walk that, where you want to let people know and direct the narrative, but you also can't respond to every single hit piece because they're all out there. But right now, I'm hoping he's doing the latter, because there are pieces every day about how they're going to get Tua, how they're going to get Anthony Richardson, or how they're going to get Jacoby Brissett, or how they're going to get
Malik Willis. You got Malik Willis talk. So
the Bears quarterback, Tyler something, or
Baguette or something.
Yeah, Tyler Baguette, whatever. Baguette. Him. It's everybody but Michael Penix, and I hope we talked about before. I hope he uses that as motivation, because they kind of got to do what they got to do. Matt and group, they haven't committed to him. Why would they commit to him right here, right now? I mean, if he's not healthy, and then you commit to him and you force him to try to be healthy. He forced himself to be healthy. That's how we got in trouble with the Kirk Cousins situation, where Kirk wouldn't let go when he should let go. But the talk is crazy.
Yeah, the talk is crazy. The buzz is great. But this that time of year, obviously. It's free agency time, it's combine time, it's draft talk. There's all these rumors. It's the rumor mill. The rumor mill is flowing right now. And I just hope we don't get distracted of what we're going to do. And I know, inside the house, they just let all the talk just float out there. So, I mean, I think Matt and the End's going to have a focus drive or focus direction on where they want to take this team. We just don't know. And with 5 picks, we can't say, we're going to reload and,
we're going to stock up.
You got 5 picks. We don't have the first round, have a first round. Our quarterback situation is questionable. Or, we get the defensive end, our star defensive end from last year is got legal trouble. That's that curse that you were talking about, Irvin.
It gets better. Who we got the D-line coach?
The D-line coach,
allegedly accused of sexual assault or the investigation, and he got in here. They yanked him up right out of there. They said, "Hey, excuse me, pardon me. It's something we need to show you."
Yeah, so
they locked the door and threw away the key. It's just like, dang, can we buy a break? I want some good news. I want. Michael Penix is healthy. I want we found 3 draft picks underneath the table, something. Right. But right now it's a lot going on. But if Matt Ryan called you, Michael Turner, and said, "Hey, Mike, there's a lot of noise, but we do have to choose a quarterback to back up / compete with Michael Penix. Out of all those names out there, who do you think will be the best for the Falcons?"
Who I would think be the best for the Falcons?
Yeah. There's a lot out there.
You got to pick somebody that knows that they're coming in, and Michael Penix is still going to get a chance to start, right? Mm-hmm. Not somebody that's thinking they're coming in and taking over, and
But Mike, is that the case though? Do you have to pick that one? Because there are in some of these pieces, they say they do not want for Michael Penix to feel like he doesn't have to compete. They might bring somebody in to compete in training camp, to where if he outplays Mike is out there. Not a lot of pieces, but some people said Mike might be the backup. Because if they bring in Tua is too much money, like $54 million, they're not taking all that that contract. But Jacoby Brissett, Joe Flacco, even been mentioned.
I know. I was about to say. I hope it's not. When is it going to be done? When is he going to be done? I don't know.
Flacco is not going to be done. He's like, I am Mr.
Are we going to work that Joe Flacco magic still? I mean, I don't know.
But Mike,
that's probably the most logical. I'm looking at maybe a Geno Smith.
Ooh.
He's been in these situations before, I don't think at this point that attitude last year was just piss poor.
Yeah, Mike does not like attitude. Piss poor.
It was piss poor, but maybe coming from under that Seattle background. I'm not looking at the Raider Geno. I'm looking at Seattle Geno.
Seattle Geno was good.
Seattle Geno was good. I think maybe Kevin can work with him a little bit just to, just build your brand back up. I can, you can do something. He's not your career's not over, but it was just ugly in Vegas, man. And I don't know if that was completed. No, it wasn't his fault. Didn't they fire the offensive coordinator during the season, something like that? Yeah,
a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. So I don't think it was all Geno's fault. He had a terrible offensive line. No solid running game behind him. So maybe a Geno Smith could do a little something there. It's a little under the radar, Geno Smith.
Let me text Matt. Michael Turner says you should go after Geno Smith. End. All right, he'll get back to me real soon.
Right. I was a Flacco. At some point, it has to be over.
I actually like Flacco. I think maybe it's the Baltimore Raven in me, but I think Flacco would be a nice, safe, similar to Geno. Flacco's been, behind. Like, he wouldn't pressure Penix. Penix knows, like, hey, this guy's old. He's not whatever. He's like a safe, cheap Kirk Cousins lights. His high is not Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins' high, 4 or 5 touchdowns against the Bucks. That was amazing. If that could be Kirk all day, great. But Flacco won't have that high, but what he won't have is Kirk's lows. I don't think he can go as low as Kirk went last year.
Right, that's right. And then when I say Geno can't get low, so we saw him low last year. So Flacco is probably the most consistent guy that comes in and knows the situation.
Yep.
Try to help build up another quarterback that's under him, and he knows he's on his way out the door. And
I mean, his last year. This year, give us one more year. One more year. But here's my dark horse.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, here's my dark horse, and no one. I was saying this last year. No one seems to like this, but I feel like Russell Wilson would be a great cheap pick for us. Another Seattle guy. I think Russell Wilson, Danger Russ.
No.
Hey, Broncos, let's ride.
No.
You can bring some of that corny, stick to the Falcons.
No.
Rise up.
I think. I don't know. I don't think guys just rally around Russell anymore.
That was the old Russell. That was the Seattle Russell. That was according to Marshawn Lynch. Russell.
Pittsburgh Russell. Giants Russell.
The Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Broncos Russell.
Supposedly. And the Broncos Russell. Right.
Supposedly like chilling out. But I feel like now, not as much. I think he has more upside than Joe Flacco, has more talent than Joe Flacco, but could still be a cheap option. So I'm like, we need to get a solid number 2 quarterback because prayerfully Michael Penix will be super healthy, never get hurt. But the reality is, if that happens, we can't tank our season again with all the talent we have. So, you guys tell us. Again, Bleav in Falcons presented by FanDuel. Ain't many bets being made right now except for, is Penix going to be healthy right now when day one comes, when game one comes? But I think hopefully yes. But I think
I think an over and under win total is probably around 8.5 right now.
Yeah, it's where it's been every single year, pretty much. Like we're going to 8 wins. We get to 9 wins. Yeah, we're throwing a party. But right now, it's like no one expects us to be good, and we're the reason that is the case because we haven't proven it. We talked about this. We have great teams and great potential and great players and Bijan, like defensive rookie of the year candidates, MVP candidates. But we can't win more than 8 games because we don't have the total picture.
Right, and I don't want to poo-poo on the season coming up right now, but maybe we don't try so hard next year.
Mike, Mike.
Man, it's no pressure. It's no pressure. It's no pressure.
I just talking trash again. He's saying
I'm just saying reality. In reality, like
in reality,
we coming in banged. There's no excuses. We coming in a little banged up. We don't have any ammunition to rebuild right now. I'm saying, but free agents we might just be loading up for next year. I'm saying we could use these picks to load up for next year. Next year's draft is supposed to be really good.
Yeah. So we might trade down, get more picks. I really feel like we might do that. We might tank-ish this year.
Tank-ish.
But we're not going to the Super Bowl next year. I'm sorry. There's no one free agent. There's not one hole.
What's today's date? March 2nd. Okay, I remember this date. March 2nd. Ovie said no Super Bowl this year. So you a Super Bowl Ovie last couple years.
We're going. No, we're not going to Super Bowl this year. That is a fact. And I would like to go to the playoffs. I think when we first got to the fans game, I'm like,
yeah, we got to get to the playoffs first. Let's get a taste of the playoffs first.
You really think we go to the playoffs next year?
We can. I was just saying, this division is not that great.
True. So
we don't have. There's no pressure come draft day to be like, oh, we got to do this and this and this and move all these parts around.
Our foundation is good enough. Our core is good
enough. And we got money in the free agency. We have money in free agency.
Money in the bank.
So you get those mid-level guys.
Yeah.
Build, like a lot of guys that's still hungry out there, but haven't really demand big money. You can build a solid team going into the season. A competitive team with what we got. Yeah, so I'm not saying it's completely tank, but it's like I don't think we're gonna wow anybody next year. Like, but we can fight for the division. We got some toughness. We're gonna see what Kevin Stefanski and Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham do, and go from there. Like we gotta see how they're gonna work with these pieces that we have here already. So
yeah, I like that. Before we get out here, Mike, I want to talk about draft day for you and or draft experience for you. Draft experience for me. You were a year behind me. I went class 03 or class 04, right?
Yeah, 04.
Yeah. So I coming from a small school, Wake Forest University.
What?
Wake Forest is a small school. I was there. I was there with Calvin Pace, I think Montique Sharp. There's three of us. And I was so dang nervous because again, I wasn't those guys like, day one of college, I knew I was going to the NFL. I knew I was going to be this. I was just happy to get my school paid for. So I got there and all of the cows, the people, the cattle they were herding in with all the numbers. I was terrified, so nervous, but I did what I always do. I put on my little mask. I go, look, I put on a mask, Mike, and I turned into somebody like I belong there. I was like, yeah. And I was told, I was like, yeah, I wanted you on pass protection. I was so playing a role that I called my mom. She's like, why are you talking like that? I was like, how you doing, Mom? She's like, why? I was like, oh, sorry, Mom. I was just in my mode. I had to get in the zone because it was just the 40-yard dash. I think I ran like a 4.7. I ran a 4.6 my pro day, but I ran a 4.7. I was very upset about that because I was supposed to be athletic fullback. But the whole thing was nervous. The interviews, I didn't know what they wanted, but here's what they told me. They say, oh, you wanted to be a doctor, or you were pre-med, and I was pre-med. It's like, so do you really love the sport? Do you really love football? I'm like, no, you don't love it because it's not like football or bust. I'm like, well, no, it's not football or bust. Like, I got other things I can do. Oh, you got other things you can do? What do you mean? So it's not football or I was like, no. And so that was a mark against my agent. Like, why would you tell them that? I was like, because it's the truth. I love football, but it's not all I love. And I realized that was the wrong thing to say. But at the end of the day, the draft did what the draft did. I was just happy I got in, got out, didn't slip or fall or drop. Or biggest thing for fullbacks was catching the ball. Yeah, and it was terrifying. That drill, catch here, catch here, run. Mike, I was just, again, in my mode, but I made it through. If I had to say the hardest thing for me was the bench press because I got strong legs and weak little arms. And so my long arms, the bench press, I got like literally maybe 16, 17.
Oh, wow. Man,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. They go, oh, wow. Oh,
yeah.
their DB's doing like 22, 25, and
Yeah.
I got like 17, 16, maybe 18. I'm probably exaggerating now, but that was the worst part for me. So, give me your best and worst combine moment.
Yeah, but you talking about combine? You said draft at
I
first.
said draft.
Combine.
The
combine moments. Best and worst combine moments. I don't know what my best is, but probably the worst. I'd probably the worst. I caught every ball. You know,
Okay.
that was you know, they questioned my catching skills, and
Yes,
you know,
same here. I caught every ball.
Yeah, I caught every ball. Probably the worst was probably it was a cone drill.
Ooh,
I jumped the line first. You know, that's another thing they tell you. You jump the line first. Show them you're a leader and all this stuff.
I got this.
And I think Tom Rathman was leading the drill or something. And he told me what to do, but he didn't like show me what to do. So you know, you do the it was like a agility cut
drill. Yeah.
You know, like you cutting. It's the cuts.
Oh,
and I like literally like cut like went like square like not like instead of like showing that I can go side to side.
There's one where you're supposed to put your face forward and you just go side to side.
Yeah. That's what. It's that. It was that. And so I did it like that. So and they're like, oh, then when everybody else did, I was like, oh, you want me to do it like that? And I, you know, there's no redos in the combat. That's the one thing. There's no redos. It's like,
wow.
They're probably thinking, oh, this guy just stiff as hell.
You're thinking you can move. Yeah. Who's this?
Other than that, yeah, I think I got. See, people saying I'm wearing a 4.5. I doubt I ran a 4.5. When I was there, they said I ran a 4.41, and I had a strained hamstring.
At the combine?
Yeah, at the combine, yeah. Because I did. Yeah, that's what they told me. That's what they told me while I was there. But it was like, and then that's why I didn't run on my pro day. I didn't run on pro day because I thought I had a good enough time already. I was able,
absolutely.
If I ran at 4.5, I would have ran that pro day. You know, but you know, because I'm way faster than that. So but that's my highs and lows. I still don't know the vertical net, the truth on that, and then at the pro day, I would have ran again at the pro day, but then the scouts was there. They was going to add a 10th to my time.
Yeah,
because we was going to run on the track or whatever.
Yeah,
like, that sounds stupid. Like so I got to run the 4.2 to get a 4.3. Like, you know? No.
I ran like 4.7 at the combine, 4.6 at pro day. I was happy my little 4.6. I think I had like 4.69. I like 4.6. It counts. Fullback 4.6. That's it. Right. And let's tell the truth. It doesn't matter if you have track speed. Football speed is what matters. And so I had to learn how to run like a track star and the whole stance. Yeah. I hated that. I went to a whole other little campus. We practiced it. And we had a special coach. I hate the combine because
I had track speed and football speed. Okay, I wasn't
they don't call him the bird for no reason, guys. Yeah. Track speed, football speed. Get out of here.
I had both, Ovie. So speak for yourself.
All right. But hats off to this combine, not draft. This combine class, future draft class. Yeah. It's hard. We appreciate them going through it because now we can pick y'all apart and hopefully find somebody to help the Falcons. Because at the end of the day, hey, you got it's a pick me draft. You got to be picked. If you don't, you can still do undrafted free agent. But
it's not the end all.
Not the end, but it's a little harder. Yeah, it's possible.
Like, that's it's make it a little tougher road, but it's okay. But it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. You know?
It's not the end of the world. But it will be the end of the world if we don't figure out a way to pull this together, draft free agency, and get us some wins. Because the last thing Stefanski and Matt Ryan need in their first year together is to be regretting back in this period not making the right decisions. So we'll see. We're in a pivotal period, but I think we're going to make the right decisions, Mike.
Yeah, I do too. I trust. I'm just excited to see, like what you say. What we're going to do with these 5 picks? Are we just going to flip them for this year draft for more picks this year? Load up this year or load up for next year? We'll see.
We'll see. All right, guys. Y'all Bleav in Falcons. Thanks to FanDuel. We will see you guys next time.